Here we go. Okay, boom. And we are live. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to a very special edition of Off the Record on the People's Podcast this evening. We have a magnificent guest and a married couple, who's going to give us some amazing information as well as inspiration, and that is none other than Brother Marcus and Sister Latasha. Assalamu alaikum, family.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
This means a lot to myself, my family, and the viewing audience of the People's Podcast that you two would take time out of your busy schedule to come and give us some great history about you all together, but also motivate us with your business savvy, because all we've been hearing about is the amazing accomplishments of both of your businesses. So first of all, we're going to start with Brother Marcus. Brother Marcus, how did you become an entrepreneur?
Well, my profession by trade is I'm a licensed plumber.
Yes, sir.
I've been doing plumbing for about 28 years now. And once I got so far from working with other companies, I decided to open up my own business. And the ironic part about it, I started the business in 2008 during the economic downturn of the country.
Yes, sir.
So
yes,
a lot
sir.
of people was getting laid off, and the company that I was working for, they said, we don't have no work. I was like, well, every place I go to got a toilet. You just don't know how to get to work. So that's when I went on ahead and opened up my own business. Praise be to Allah.
Yes, sir. Okay, now, Bro Marcus, now how can we promote your business? Like, if people are in Chicago area, where do we go? How do we find you?
Well, I am on social media and things of that nature, but I'm gonna be honest, Brother Joshua. A lot of times people want advertisement so that they can promote more business. I'm in a position by Allah's grace where I don't advertise my plumbing company, and I stay busy every day. So I mean, if I grow into that and I need to promote and advertise, I would. But I'm in the Chicagoland area. I can, leave my number, or they could go to my website, things of that nature. But for the most part, I don't do too much advertising.
But go ahead, pop it. Go ahead, pop your stuff. Yes, I mean, we don't even do that. We don't even give numbers. We don't even know that. I'm booked up. Okay, bro, Marcus. Yes, sir. And we're gonna come to you, Sasha, with the next question. But I want to ask you a follow-up question, Brother Marcus. What advice would you give to entrepreneurs about taking that leap of faith and standing on, on their own business?
Well, like the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us to do for self. So I would implore anyone who has a desire to go into business, do not stop. You're going to go through the leaps and hurdles. That's normal. Accept it. But keep going. Don't stop, because you're going to go through trial and error. You're going to go through misfortunes. You're going to go through that. Just accept it, because guess what? At the end of it, it's all going to be worth it. Trust me. Trust me.
Good, bro. Marcus, praise be so a lot. And people are showing you love all around the world. Brother Daniel E says, "Assalamu alaikum." My sister Miriam says, "Assalamu alaikum." Brother Frank says, "Marco, thank you for saying that, Brother Frank." He says, "All praises to Allah." Brother Daniel bears witness. And people saying his brother and sister, Assalamu alaikum. And thank you to our YouTube family, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of these platforms. Thank you all for watching. All right, now, Sister Latasha, I wanted to ask you, ma'am, it's been all over social media. Every woman who I've spoken to from where I'm from, Naperville, all the way to Bellwood, Maywood, South Loop, everybody's saying nailed it. So can you explain to us how you got into your business, how you started it, and where can we find it?
Yes, sir. It started off for me losing my job. I was working at a hospital, and I didn't want to take the vaccination. Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan advised us not to take the vaccination. I didn't want to do it. So for me not taking the vaccine, of course, I was terminated. And my husband, he seen me looking depressed, but he knew we was gonna be all right. And he came up to me and asked me, what do I feel about opening up a nail salon? Because he does a lot of work for nail salons, like a lot of them. So he just been watching and learning the blueprint of how to do it. So I said, of course, as long as I can have a makeup room, I'm fine. So he got to working. Allah blessed us to open it up, I want to say within 10 months?
Yeah, about 10 months.
In 10 months.
Okay.
And we open up our nail salon. We have 8 pedicure chairs and 8 manicure stations, 1,500 square foot of beautifulness.
Beautiful.
So, and that's how it came about. My background is cosmetology, so it just worked out. I fell back on my initial trade. So that's what made this happen. And I'm more than blessed, thank Allah. But my husband brought it to reality.
Go ahead, bro, Marcus. Go ahead. What's up? All right, now so Latasha. Now I know the catchphrase is nailed it, but what is the name of the salon and where is it located so we can make sure we promote it?
Yes, sir. The name of the salon is JBB Nailed It, and it's located 4009 West 167th Street, and that's located in Country Club Hills, Illinois. Our phone number is 708-960-4479. Appointments is preferred, but walk-ins are welcome.
Okay, yes, ma'am. And people are showing you love, saying, I like, thank you, Brother Nelson. Thank you, Dr. Carter, for watching, saying outstanding. This is beautiful. And all of the entrepreneurs coming together to do it for self. That's excellent. Now, I wanted to ask you, ma'am, what advice would you give to entrepreneurs about, staying consistent and, following you all's dreams?
Yeah. The only thing that I can say is if you can think it, you can dream it, it can come into fruition. This was what I did wish to have a beauty salon. So it's still in the beauty industry. I didn't care how I got in here. My husband made it happen. If you think that there's something that you can do, just do it. Allah put it in us. This is actually our mission, is to become entrepreneurs.
That's right.
So I don't want to, I love my MGT class, but MGTs could be entrepreneurs as well.
That's right.
That's right.
So that's the thing. I want the sisters, not only Muslim sisters, I want everybody to see it. I'm only 45 years old, and I feel like it will. I'm not old. This is just something that I love, and it's something that I know others can do, even at my age. So don't think that your career is over just because someone fired you. Just take the hurt away from it, take the stress away from it, and just move out on your dream. That's the only thing that I can give towards that.
Go ahead, Latasha. Wonderful. Okay. Now y'all motivate me right now. I'm like, because I got so much. I'm like, yeah, nah, we about to do this. Let's go. People start texting me. I told you, Josh. I told you, Josh. You know what I'm saying? Got to move out on it. Okay, but what I want to know is, growing up in the mosque in Chicago and headquarters, I always saw you all together, lovely couple, but I never had the opportunity to ask you all how it all came about. So the first question that we want to know is, I'll start with you, Brother Marcus. How what made you choose Latasha? When did you all fall in love?
Oh wow,
he was stalking me.
No, man, I'm gonna tell you this, man. And when I came into the teachings, I was probably like 19, and man, I wanted. Now this is before I even got registered. I had a desire to be with a woman that was studying the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, because even at that age, I knew that it probably would have been a conflict of interest if she was one way and I had another belief system, and we trying to raise children in one household. That's going to be kind of hard if you got two different theologies. So she don't know this, but one day, because I asked Allah for a wife like this.
Okay.
So one day I'm at the courthouse at traffic court. I see a young sister in line reading How to Eat to Live. Now she was standing in the line reading How to Eat to Live. I'm like, wow, that's her. That's her. That gotta be her. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I didn't get a chance to shoot my shot. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say probably about 6 months later, I met my wife and she came over to the house. She seen a message to the black man on my dresser. And the first thing she said was, "What you know about this?" And I was like, this is the one. It's a live witness, brother, because you know, man, we're talking about almost 30 years ago, man. You weren't getting that type of conversation from a woman, not like that. You know what I'm saying? And then the next thing you know, it was history. We 28 years, 4 children later.
So, all right, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Latasha. Okay, Latasha, I want to ask you,
Yes, sir.
what was it about Brother Marcus, a young, 19-year-old? You see him. What was it about him that was like, he's the one?
Well, I told you he was sweating me. But no, honestly, that's what caught my eye. By him being interested in the nation, because I didn't know that at first. Honestly, I didn't. And by him being interested in the nation, that's what like really, really brought me towards him. So that helped him out a lot because I wouldn't have like dated him at all. He was bad.
Okay. Well, Marcus, where was your all's first date? Like, let's go back in time.
I don't know. I think we went to
Capri?
No, it was Giordano's in
Okay.
in Hyde Park. In Hyde Park, yep, Giordano's in Hyde Park.
Yes, sir.
You know, and I think we went to the movies too. We went to go see Friday.
Yes.
That's when Friday just came out.
Okay. That's a good day movie. All right.
Right.
Now, Marcus, I want to know: were you nervous about your family accepting her, and did that matter to you?
No, I wasn't nervous about that. You know, because my mom, she really, you know, she's a real good judge of character.
Okay.
And I know she passed that on to me. So once she seen that I accepted her, I already knew that she was going to accept her. You know, so and that's what she did.
Praise be to Allah. And for you, so Latasha, how did you feel? Were you nervous? I don't know if you had brothers or your family. You know, how did you feel about them accepting Brother Marcus?
Brother Terrell on the minister's team. That's my brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had to bring him around Terrell. So if he passed T, then that was fine. My mom, everyone loved him. He was just a joy. So by him loving the nation, that like really, really like put the stamp on it. And he know it.
The fact that I didn't know you were Brother Terrell or brother and sister, that's crazy. Okay, all right. So Brother Terrell. All right. Okay, so Brother Marcus, let's go back to you. So when you had to work, you know, that you were going to be working so closely, you know, on the detail with Brother Terrell, how was that like? Was that
that was good. I ain't had no problems. You know, it was a good transition, you know, because I mean, at the end of the day, it was always that's Marco. That's Terrell, brother-in-law. Okay. That's when I first came around. You know what I'm saying? So after that, so everything else was smooth.
Yes.
Praise be to Allah. All right. I wanted to ask you, Sister Latasha, a lot of people, a lot of sisters want and then respect the FOY, primarily who give the word of God, but also protect the man of God in our midst, the Most Honorable Min Farrakhan. What advice would you give to the sisters about, you know, what it's like to be with someone who's on the E-team, and you know, what would you tell the sisters?
To understand balance. You have to have balance between family, him being on the E-team, business. By me learning that and just being, I was a part of the Sisters Advance as well.
Okay, yes,
military protection. So doing that it coincides with what he has been doing for years. So I already know what it looks like. I already know what to expect. But the sisters that's getting into it, you have to be humble with it. And like I said, you have to have balance. You have to understand that it's not that they're trying to take away from your marriage or anything like that. That's them protecting the leader. Let it be.
Praise be to Allah.
And in my opinion, that comes first. I'm all right. I'm well taken care of. I know what my husband does for me.
Okay.
She's so silly. So silly.
That's beautiful. Okay, my sister Naima says ASA. Walaikum salam, and thank you everyone who's watching and people giving the hearts and all of the thumbs up and everything. Please let us know your questions and your comments. I wanted to ask you, Brother Marcus, what advice would you give to future husbands?
To future husbands.
Yes, sir.
Man, you have to be patient and listen to your wife. Listen to her. I mean, not like with your ear, but she does things that'll let you know all about her. And it won't even come out of her mouth. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to be patient to understand your woman, understand your wife, so that you can be better prepared to take care of her. Beautiful. Provide and protect her.
Praise be to Allah. And I just want to say, this is one of the reasons I love this show, is because the reason I love the People's Podcast is I get to meet people who I've seen my whole life, but now I'm learning so much about. This is the most I've ever talked to Bro Marcus. I'm ever here to talk, and I'm learning so. I'm like, okay, Bro Marcus, yes, sir.
Right.
That's Latasha. Because I'm already saying Bro Marcus is very serious and dancing and all that good stuff. So Latasha, what advice would you give to future wives?
Same thing. Same thing as Marcus. Just have patience. Go to your MGT class if you're a Muslim. MGT class taught me everything that I needed to know to take care of my husband. So even if they're not Muslim women, just learn, like what my husband said, learn your spouse. I had to learn my husband. Be humble. Everything is not going to fall out the sky. I'm not going to get that big house and that picket fence. I'm going to have to work towards it. And just allow Allah to just continue to bless whatever union that you have, and put Allah at the forefront, and you'll be okay.
That's right.
Go ahead. Thank you. Okay, now, Marcus, I know you have 4 children. So what advice would you give to future fathers?
Man, man, Josh, I'm still learning on that one. No, but in truth, man, if you guide them with your life experiences, for one, and then couple that with the things that you learn, even like the things that I done learned in the nation, how I'm able to handle certain things as far as a father.
Yes, sir.
That's the advice I would give them, and you definitely got to be patient with your children. Definitely. They're going to grow into themselves, and you let them grow into themselves. It's not like, you can't be on them like, all right, okay, you're going to do this and you're going to do this and you're going to do this. I'm talking about when they get of age.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like when they're younger, you steer them into the right direction. So when they get grown, they can't tell you that, hey, you didn't tell me what to do. You didn't tell me which way to go. I've been telling you all your life. So now you wanted to go this direction. That's on you.
Yes, sir.
You can't blame me. But only thing you can do is give them the wisdom that you have and be patient with them.
Excellent. Praise be to Allah. All right. Yes, ma'am. So Latasha, for you, what advice would you give to future mothers?
Don't pull your hair out, because you're going to pull your hair out. Future mothers, I have 3 boys, 1 girl. And mothering boys it's a hard task if the father is not in place, and that's just my opinion. Boys coming up in this world, and a father needs to be present to instill different things in them, because it's only so much I can do as a mother that I felt. So me bringing my boys and my girl forward in the mosque, all my babies was raised in the mosque. And to me, I felt like that made my children who they are today.
Beautiful.
Thank Allah I didn't have any drug dealers. I thank Allah I didn't have anyone to stray away.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think that's because of Islam. So those who are still a part of Islam, I feel like that is the bread and butter to raising your children accordingly and making sure that they won't steer the wrong way if they stay the path.
Beautiful.
But,
okay, great advice. And my sister Miriam says, excellent. And my sister, she also says, can we meet the dogs? She said, can we meet the dogs?
No. No.
That's his thing more so.
No.
Okay. Wonderful. All right, we have one more question. No, two more questions for you all. I want to start with you, Brother Marcus. What anytime we do with couples, we want to know if you all can say what would be like your song. Like your song is like your romantic song, like Friday was the movie that y'all met. What would be like the song that describes like your marriage, like that y'all been together all these years?
Now she laughing because she know what I'm gonna say. Our song.
Don't say
our song is Method Man and Mary J. Blige song.
Okay.
You All I Need.
Yes, sir.
That's our song, and she done fell in love with Method Man, so that's why she's
a perfect gentleman. But that's our song. That's us from the very beginning. So that will always be our song.
Beautiful.
I don't know if people know what that is. What's the name of it? You All I Need?
Yeah, You All I Need.
Yes.
All I Need. Mm-hmm.
All I Need. We gotta Google that. So hold on, let me see.
You done heard it before. You done heard it. Trust me.
So you're saying it's like, Shorty, I'm there for you anytime.
Yeah, that's it.
Your girl is me in your world. Believe me. Okay. I know a little bit. All right.
Exactly.
Okay. Excellent. All right, now, Marcus, I want to ask you one more time because we want to make sure that we love your love story, but also hear about your business. We have one more question for you all, but we have a quick 60-second commercial break for all of the sponsors of the People's Podcast. Thank you all, everyone who's watching and continues to show love to us all around. And thank you, everyone who donates to the Cash App People's Podcast. 1 second. Here we go. And we're coming right back to our lovely couple, Brother Marcus and Sis Latasha Muhammad.
Any of those services. Sister Miriam's ABC I Love Me, children's book and coloring book, and now Spanish book. All three available on Amazon.com. Sister Naima's Stay on Point Dance Academy, LLC. She teaches ballet virtually to young girls all across the country, right here in the studios of Atlanta Dress in the best of fashion. Brother Kenneth's Bow Tie Maker Extraordinaire. He'll ship you bow ties anywhere across the nation. Henry Carter's King Henry Turkey Legs, right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Brother Rashad Muhammad's COVID-19 Disinfected Cleaning Services, out of Chicago. Student Minister Sharif Muhammad's book, A Soldier in the Movement of Christ, available on adulsharif.com. And lastly, Brother Joshua Muhammad's book, Cleopatra, as well as No Father, No Excuse, both available on Amazon.
Wonderful, and thank you for every sponsor. We also want to make sure that we go to Sister Sherry Muhammad with Asiatic Minds. Please enroll your children, asiaticminds.com. They teach STEM virtually to young kings and queens all around the country. Please enroll your children, amazing staff, faculty, and parents. Okay, yes, sir. Now, Brother Marcus, I wanted to ask you, your business, once again, we want to talk about that, but a lot of people want to do for self, and you're saying 2008, this is like, as you said, like the recession, everybody was, down. How important was your faith, has your faith been to you with the success of your business?
Oh, brother, it's been good, but I'm gonna tell you, man, one day, man, bills had like backed up and work was slow. This is like doing the early, probably like 2 or 3 years. And Allah will try you to see if you really want it, and I was broke. So I got a call from one of the project managers at the hospital that I was working at, because I was a house plumber at the University of Chicago Hospital.
Mm.
So he called me. He was like, hey, I got a new contractor coming up here, and he needs somebody who know the hospital. You want to come up here and work for him? Now, that was a trial right there. Allah tried me.
Yeah.
If you really want to do for self, you going to wait it out, or you can go and do your 40 hours a week. I told that brother, I was like, no, man, I'm good. And as soon as I told him that, brother, Allah started blessing the business incrementally, degree by degree. Man, but it's going to, any business, it's going to take you to the lowest depth to see if you really want it. You know what I'm saying? Because, you ain't going to go into nothing and then be like, all right, okay, man, everything's sweet, so I'm good. No, it ain't that. You're going to go down first. And Allah gonna try you and see if you really want it. But man, I'm thankful to Allah, man, because as soon as I told that brother, I was like, no, I'm good, man. And he didn't even know. He didn't even know all of the setbacks that I had prior to, or even going through. He didn't know, but Allah used him like, all right, okay, I'm gonna see if you really want this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, but praise be to Allah, man. I'm thankful that my faith was strong enough to stick with it, because if I didn't have the faith to stick with it, man, I'd probably been on a plantation, you know what I'm saying, getting 40 hours a week. Yes, but I'm thankful that I stayed with it, man.
Beautiful story. That's motivation. Okay, now, Marcus, I'm coming to you, Latasha. I wanted to follow back up with you. So I studied, my parents, but I say my dad, my whole life with business, ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. And it wasn't until I became grown that I was like, man, Dad, your family behind the scenes get to see when the business goes down and all. But I always saw my dad keep us like a serious face until I started having conversations. He was like, no, we was broke during that time. Like, that was some rough years. I'm like, that was rough. I didn't even know, because the man in him, he would try to keep that from us. How do you do that? Being an example, leading the family, but not bringing that home to your children. When it's tight.
Man, and you know what, Josh, man, and brother, I know my children can probably say the same thing as you. They never knew. They never knew. They never knew. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because I always tried to do for them. If I had it, I'm gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't see the turmoil, you know what I'm saying, and bills due and this due, and I got repo letters coming, you know what I'm saying? They ain't know nothing about all that, but you just keep on moving, knowing that Allah got you.
Well, they thought the bean soup was a blessing, but that was just a stretch.
Exactly.
Okay, that's Latasha. We're gonna stay right there with the stretch. Now, what do you do as a wife? You're stretching, everything's tight, and then your husband comes home and he tells you he got an offer, but you want him to still do for self. Like, how do you handle that when it's close like that?
Just supporting him. He did come home and tell me about it, but he did also want to start that new business. And I always support everything that Marcus talk about, and his mind is like, oh my God.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
It's crazy, because he have all of these ideas and businesses that he want to bring forth. He brought forth too. So we got others that we're bringing forth, and that's coming, but you don't want to jinx it, but it's coming. But this is because of his mind.
Praise be to Allah.
And by me being with the children, I know that we're going through trials and tribulations, but coming from MGT class, knowing how to cook some bean soup and some bread, my children never got hungry because of those tools that was taught in MGT class. And I didn't have to shame my husband because we eat bean soup every day.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oh, praise
for a reason. It was for a reason. And my children know it.
And I wanted to say, on behalf of myself, my family, and viewing Artists and People's podcast, that we thank a lot for you, Brother Marcus, and the many sacrifices that you've made for the minister, our nation, and our people. But we want to make sure that we thank the wife and the children, because sometimes, and we forget to thank the wives and the children. And as someone who grew up with laboring parents, I'd be like, hey, you know, we was there too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the kids. You know, shout out to the children. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out to, you know, we sacrificed it too. So praise be to Allah. And my sister Naima says, all praise be to Allah. Y'all are teaching. All right, now, so Latasha, I wanted to ask you, with your business, how important has your faith been to keeping you going?
Oh my God. It's been a trial, and I feel the only reason why I have a trial because I love being on post. And honestly, I did. But I had to come away from it to start this baby. It's like birthing a baby.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's in the taller stage now. But I'm feeling that loss right there. But Allah knows my heart. And He knows that I will be in MGT class every Saturday. I'll be out all week, but I'm building an empire, and I have to be present for that in order to see it through. So Allah knows my heart.
All praise due to Allah. Okay, now, Brother Marcus, can you let us know your favorite story? Well, first of all, do you ever work, like, use your skill set, like with the minister, with the, you know, with your company? Do you ever have to use that, or you always be in security mode? Do you ever go into that?
How did you think I got on the detail?
You
know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm just thankful, brother. I really am thankful to Allah, you know, because it ain't too many plumbers that can say Jesus on their resume.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm really thankful, brother.
Yes,
you know, and then hindsight, if you look at it, you could, because I really wanted to be an electrician. That's what I wanted to be. But I was young. I was still in the world. And I got into the electrical apprenticeship, but this was before I got registered, and I failed the drug test because I was young, still getting high. So it wasn't meant for me to be an electrician, because a year later, I applied for the plumbers and electrician apprenticeship. The plumbers called me first, and the electricians called me again, but I was already in plumbing school. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at it, hindsight will tell you the whole story. That, man, Allah was raising you because of this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You do the plumbing here, at the nation, at the palace, at the salon, at the farm. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm just thankful to Allah.
Beautiful. Go ahead, Marcus. I'm inspired, and some people showing you all love and bear witness. That's right, praise to all the fingers and snapping and all that good stuff. Now, yes, ma'am. Now, for you, Sis Latasha, I wanted to ask you one more time the name of your company, because Brother Marcus, people, the whole city knows him, so you got to believe I mention his business more. But for you, Sis Latasha, the name of your business, the phone number, and how can we, you know, all of that good stuff.
Of course. The name of the salon is JBB Nailed It. It's located in Country Club Hills. It's 4009 West 167th Street. Our phone number is 708-960-4479.
All praise due to Allah. Well, this has been incredible. I look forward to coming and visit your business. I'll bring my sisters or some people. I'm like, we got to support your business when I'm in Chicago. And Brother Marcus, I look forward to having dinner with you or something. So pick your brain, man. I feel like this is the most I've ever seen you smile, Bro Marcus. This is the most I've ever seen you smile.
We gotta break bread in Detroit.
Yes, sir. Done deal. This is Joshua Leonard Muhammad signing off for the People's Podcast. Assalamu alaikum, family.
Wa alaikum salam.
Thank you all for watching. Can't wait to put this on YouTube.
Man, praise be to Allah.
That was amazing.
We still recording, Josh?
Yes, sir. Hold on. I'm getting it off right now. Okay, boom.